Aries, you are the flame that never dims. You walk through this world with a light so fierce, so alive that even the stars seem to pause and take notice. You were not born to blend in, you were born to blaze. In every heartbeat, there's a rhythm of courage. In every breath, a spark of wild hope. You don't just exist, you conquer. You don't just love, you burn. You don't just dream, you chase with abandon. But beneath that fire, beneath the armor of confidence and the restless movement forward, there is a softness that often goes unseen. A heart that longs not just to win, but to be understood. A soul that aches for a kind of peace no trophy can bring. And this is where your healing begins. Aries, let's slow down for a moment. Yes, you, who are always in motion. Yes, you, who carries the weight of ambition and the wounds of invisible battles. Sit here with me. Let your shoulders drop. Breathe. Have you ever felt like you had to be the strong one all the time? That showing weakness was somehow a betrayal of who you are? You've been praised for your independence, admired for your strength, but so rarely asked, who holds you when you're tired? Your fire has lit the way for others, but sometimes it's left you in the dark, waiting for someone to bring you back to yourself. You give so much your time, your heart, your energy, and you often ask for so little in return. Not because you don't need love, but because somewhere along the way you started believing that needing someone made you less powerful. But Aries hears the truth. Even fire needs tending, even warriors need rest. There have been nights when you've questioned it all, your choices, your pace, your intensity. You've lain awake wondering why you always seem to feel more, want more, give more. And sometimes you've wondered, is there something wrong with me? No, Aries, there is nothing wrong with your passion. There is nothing broken about your boldness. You are not too much. You are not too fast. You are not too impulsive. You are exactly as you were meant to be, a force of nature with a heart full of lightning. But even the strongest storms need a place to rest. So ask yourself, when was the last time you let yourself slow down? When was the last time you checked in, not with the world, but with your own soul? Not to strategize or plan the next move, but just to feel. You move through life like a runner, chasing the sun, always forward, always driven. And yes, that's your gift. But sometimes, in your rush to reach the next horizon, you leave parts of yourself behind. The child inside you who just wanted to be seen. The dream you once had but buried because it didn't feel practical. The ache you carried after giving your love to someone who didn't know how to hold it. Aries healing doesn't always look like strength. Sometimes it looks like surrender. Sometimes it's the quiet choice to forgive yourself, to say I was doing the best I could with what I knew. Sometimes it's choosing rest over resolution, softness over strategy. Your fire is beautiful, but you don't have to burn at both ends to prove it. You fought battles inside and out. You've loved with a ferocity that frightened even you, and you've fallen hard, publicly, painfully. But every time you got back up, not because it was easy, but because giving up was never your language. And yet, what if healing meant not just rising, but rising gentler? You don't always have to be the one pushing, powering through. There is courage in being still. There is bravery in choosing peace. Imagine yourself in a quiet meadow, the sun soft against your skin, a gentle breeze playing with your hair. No deadlines, no expectations, just you whole radiant breathing. Each scar on your heart, each crack in your armor, they are not signs of failure. They are proof of your journey, proof that you have loved, tried, dared, and still you rise. Have you ever blamed yourself for caring too quickly, for speaking too honestly, for running towards something your heart told you was right even when the world warned you to wait? Don't. That instinct, that fire, that fierce belief in the impossible, it's your compass. It's what makes you magnetic. It's what brings people to your light even when you feel you're flickering. And I know there have been times your light was taken for granted. You've given love to people who weren't ready to receive it. You've chased dreams that left you breathless. You've poured yourself into relationships, into work, into causes only to feel empty. But Aries, nothing you gave was wasted, even when it wasn't returned, even when it broke you. Because in every experience you grew, in every heartbreak, your fire refined itself. And in every loss, your soul remembered something deeper, that your worth is not determined by what stays or what leaves. It's rooted in your essence, in your ability to keep showing up raw, real, radiant. If you're reading this on a heavy day, if your heart feels bruised, if your mind won't stop spinning, come back to the stillness. Place your hand on your chest. Feel your heartbeat, that rhythm that's your courage, that warmth that's your power, that fire, it's still there, even in your most fragile moments. You don't have to wait for someone to remind you of your worth. You don't have to keep proving you're strong. You already are. Now is the time to give that love back to yourself, to become the one who stands by your side even when no one else does, to whisper, I am proud of the person I am becoming, even when you're still becoming. So here's your invitation, Aries. Find a space that feels sacred. Maybe it's a sunlit balcony. Maybe it's a quiet hill at dusk. Maybe it's just your room with the window open and a candle lit. Sit there, let yourself feel. Cry if you need to, laugh if it surprises you. Write down what hurts. Write down what you dream of. Write down what you're ready to let go of. You don't have to fix everything today. You just have to return to yourself. And as you do remember this, you are not too much. You are not a mistake. You are not defined by who didn't stay or what didn't work. You are fire. You are movement. You are hope with a heartbeat. And you, dear Aries, deserve a love that feels like breath, a life that feels like home, and a future that burns as brightly as you do. So take your next step, not because you have to, but because you're ready. Ready to heal, ready to soften, ready to rise. And never forget, you don't have to win every battle. You just have to be Aries, a soul that knows how to burn and how to love.